In this algebraic question, we have symbols rather than letters. So we've got shapes used instead of letters. This is very common in the SATs where we have pictures or symbols or shapes used. We can just imagine it's the same thing as using a letter. So each shape stands for a number, and the total of the shapes on the diagonal line is 48. The total of all shapes is 200. Calculate the value of each shape. So we need to find out what the triangles are worth, and we need to find out what the circles are worth. Okay, and we have lots of clues. Okay, so we first of all look for the most obvious clue, and it's usually one's given. So we've got here the total of shapes on the diagonal line is 48. So let's have a look what we've got. We have 3 lots of triangles. Now, if we were to think about these as letters, we could say a circle is X and a triangle is Y. So we have 3 triangles, or we could say we have 3y, and that is equal to 48. It tells us that all the total of the shapes is 48. 3y is 48, 3 triangles is 48. Now, to find out what one of those would be, we would simply need to divide by 3. So we're doing 48 divided by 3. You might be able to do that in your head. If you can't, pop it in a quick bus stop. 3 into 4 goes once with a remainder of 1, and 3 into 18 goes 6 times. So we know that a triangle is worth 16. Now, once we know what a triangle is worth, it's going to help us to find out what a circle is worth. What we can do is something called substituting. Now that we know that the triangles are worth 16, we could simply label them. So how many triangles do we have altogether? We have 5, so we have 5 triangles, which is the same as 5 times 16. Okay, so you could do multiplication like this. 5 times 6 is 30, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So we know that the 5 triangles add up to 80. And the other bit of information that we have also been given is that the total of all shapes is 200. So we know that there's 200 altogether. We can subtract the total of the triangles, which we know is 80, and we will get 120. So we know that the circles add up to 120. We also know that there are 4 circles. So 4 circles, or 4 times x, so that looks a bit like a 40. 4 lots of x, 4 circles equals 120. 4x equals 120. So 1 circle, or x, is going to be that 120 divided by 4, because there are 4 circles. So hopefully you can spot that there's the number 12 in 120. So you might be able to spot that 120 divided by 4 is 30. If you weren't able to do that in your head, simply do a little bus stop. And then what you can do is just double check it all. 30, 30, 30, and 30. So 30 times 4 and 16 times 5. So we know that was 120, that was 80, add them together and you get 200. So we know that that works, and there you go. Do you know what your child needs to know about algebra in Year 6? There are 5 objectives taken from the national curriculum. I've covered all 5 of those objectives in my Year 6 algebra ebook available in the Pocket Private Tutor shop. I also have my All About Algebra course, which is a great introductory course to lay the foundations for algebra and is suitable for anyone in Year 5 or Year 6 before having a go at the Year 6 objectives.